Hey y'all, Kevin Hutchison here with Realty Austin, and I am grateful to be a part of Stories Inside the Man Cave, a homegrown podcast just like my own business.
Wake your ass up
or take a damn nap.
And we're the three best friends that anybody could have.
It's time.
Sean, you were twerking. That's going to happen.
Murph, don't be a dick all your life.
It's one of the more fun podcasts I've ever done.
Hey, I tell you what, if you're not talking about sports in the man cave, I bet not say you not a man.
That's it.
For the Aggie offense. Okay.
All right, this is a realization. I know I've said it the last with Chris Pilot, who's also from Lufkin, Texas. When you see connections of yours who are like family and they have sons that are already taller than me, which doesn't require a bunch because I'm a vertically challenged individual, seeing your sons' success just like their fathers, Reggie McNeal and Reggie McNeal Jr. joining us here for episode 162. Reggie, at first I got to ask, when you see this episode unfolding here, what are the first thoughts that come to mind? Because I'm thinking 99, 2000, 2001, your family, and now I'm seeing your son, and I'm just in disbelief right now.
Right, man. We sit down, we have talks all the time about everything, all of it, from everything that I went through and what he's about to go through. And it's a great process to be a part of. Everybody's not able to do it. Everybody's not able to be able to be a part of this type of stuff. So enjoy it. Enjoy the moment. Don't let a single moment pass you up that you're not enjoying, and just live in it.
So I got to be honest with people. Before we started rolling this episode, it was like I had an 8-year-old on Christmas morning moment. I see Reggie Jr. I start laughing for no apparent reason, because I haven't seen this guy since 2005. Yeah. And when I was in East Texas, the second of 4 stops in the media, spent a long time there. They became family, and his ride through Lufkin, Texas A&M, NFL, Canada, and this is where we're going to catch up with this. And now we've got Reggie Jr. We're going to tell both the stories here. By the way, this episode, you saw him early, Kevin Hutchison of Realty Austin. The guy knows real estate from Waco to San Antonio. We call him Hutch. He's laid back. No, he doesn't sweat a thing. And, real estate is a really tough market right now for people to buy because it's a seller's market right now, especially in Austin, San Antonio. But Hutch is your guy. So we might as well just start with Reggie right now. I want to pull up a graphic. For those of you who you've heard of him, I just want to show you some numbers from his high school days, which platform, launched him into college, NFL, and Canada. Look at this. And this picture just brings back memories right here. And when you look at that, in the background, Dave Martin Stadium in Lufkin, nearly 6,000 passing yards, 6 total touchdowns. That's rushing and passing. And then you think about a guy who started from sophomore, junior, senior year, 8 losses total. And then, of course, a state championship. I'll start with Reggie Jr. When you see these numbers, I know what Kyler Murray did at Allen, but very few achieve it. When you look at these numbers, does this put it in perspective like, wow? And you've probably seen this already.
Well, I'm trying to get better numbers than that.
I love it. We need to work on confidence for Reggie Jr.
I got confidence. I got great confidence.
We set goals daily, and I tell you, he want to be the best of the best. You got to set your goals to be, the best of the best. And so we got 3 years. You got sophomore year, junior year, senior year. So, him being him, and then the kids that he got to work with, and then what we do in the off season, man, it's very capable that he could. I mean, he could almost get to those numbers.
Yeah, it's just beginning, and this is what amazes me, and this is why I created this, Like Father, Like Son, the sophomore season. I remember it like yesterday. I believe it was, 99. I think it was Beaumont Central.
Yes.
Babes at Harris Stadium.
Yes, sir.
Reggie's first snap. But this is Reggie Jr. right now. Mayde Creek High School already receiving attention. I know you see the confidence already, which is necessary, but you're going to fill in some gaps on the left and right with numbers. What do you, Reggie Jr.? What's your nickname? What can I just Junior? Is that okay?
Well, I got nickname Freddie.
Freddie.
Yeah, call me Freddie, young Freddie.
We're gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
I like it. So what you got? I know your dad has told you all about how he started that sophomore season. What is it that you feel like you can achieve? I know you can achieve anything. I'm one of those guys. Hey, why not?
Yes.
Why not go for the sky? What do you want to do this first year for Mayde Creek?
So last year we had a losing season. So I want to bring my team to the playoffs, at least make it to the playoffs.
Why not? I mean, it's doable. I mean, I listen, I know on Katy ISD, there are a ton of schools because everyone thinks of Katy. Now, I think Pato, Mayde Creek, Taylor, Cinco Ranch. I can't remember all of them. But there's talent everywhere.
Yeah.
Why not Mayde Creek?
And man, and honestly, at their school, it's a cultural thing. It's not lack of athletes, the lack of anything, but the culture sucks. And so that's what we have been, and that was my number one thing with them, and making them understand the culture has to change. And he's been going in as a youngster. I mean, he's only 14. He should really be not going into his 9th grade year.
Wow.
And so he's him and a couple others, because I've attached myself to a couple of them to make a bunch of kids in his class, because they have some kids that will be big time. And that's all we've been working on, Sean, just trying to change the culture of that program. And whether it's just like everything built up to our senior year, because man, our sophomore year was just as good as any other team. We had Lee Brandon and Mark Jones and all them heads and as seniors, but everybody always set the bar for the younger ones.
Right.
They don't have that at Mayde Creek. They owe the heads to talk bad and talk down and won't bring them along, or don't do the necessary things off the field,
right,
to make the younger kids understand what's the full grasp of it. I mean, that's all we've been trying to do in these last 2 years, especially with their group. And now I'm starting to get more with the high school kids, because of now he's gonna be on varsity next year. But man, and he's been doing a tremendous job as far as trying to be one of the leaders out there, being vocal. And I didn't have that at his age. I didn't.
Right.
I was more of I'm gonna show you. I'm kind of quiet. Don't want to be in the spot, but everything that I had to learn pretty much myself going through some of this stuff, he gets it firsthand. And he's been doing a great job of grasping it and moving along with it.
Now, so Reggie Jr., when you hear your dad, I mean, I know you can feel it. I mean, it is honestly leadership. It's all about, you hear culture change everywhere. A lot of people say it. And it's not just in football and sports. It's everywhere. In corporate America, I won't go into it, but people will say things, but they're not living it. And you can be that change, regardless if it's Mayde Creek or whatnot. What is it? Is it harder than changing a culture for a program like that? Is it harder than anyone could imagine, or what do you think it will require?
It's harder than you would think, because ever since 1990s, from what I've heard from coaches, Mayde Creek culture has always been the same. Nobody's been able to change it. So our class as freshmen are trying to change the whole culture and the future for our school too.
No, I like that. And then, so let's say, and I'm not one to like fast forward and create scenarios, but let's just say you create something this year, you and the other quarterback and whoever else on the defensive, everybody comes together. You create a nucleus. And then you finish at Mayde Creek, you graduate, and they say, oh my God, Reggie McNeal Jr., just like his dad, created something special. Do you think that you can be the guy that creates something that others look up to? Because that's what it is. We all looked up to somebody and upheld that tradition, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, we trying to change it. So like after us, we'll pass it down to the class under us, and it'll just keep on going down like a domino effect. People keep on passing it down, change the whole culture and history of our school, basically.
He's got it down, Reg. He knows. I mean, he's been mentored by somebody that's under his own roof.
I'm trying to get it right. Trying to get it right. But
Man,
it's a process, man. He see it, man. That is something. One of my boys don't want to go to SAC camp. He not doing. Look, when you're the leader of the team, guess what? You got to make some tough decisions, man. They won't like it. But at the end of the day, they know you trying to hold them accountable as long as you holding yourself accountable for doing everything. And like I say, he does it. He's gonna be the last one there. He's staying. They done at 10. He's staying after till 11:30, 12 o'clock, doing all the things necessary, trying to get the rest of them. And I tell them, hard work. Once them kids start seeing hard work is contagious. And like even in the summertime, you see it. We'll get out there and start working. He see it. All his little buddies come down. They just start migrating to us. Now asking, when y'all going to work out? All right, now it's starting a little bit. It's starting to turn a little bit to him. And then the next thing is just because I'm now with him, they seeing how active I keep him with schools and colleges and some of his closest teammates. And now that's the next thing that everybody's starting to see, and like, oh man, this could really happen. And I tell them, man, I don't ask for much. And matter of fact, I probably ain't gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you one. I was just telling them earlier. Perform on and off the field. Perform. That's all I ask. And if you think about it in the classroom, I need you to perform. Do the right thing every time, anytime somebody's watching or not. Get used to doing that. And if y'all do that, man, everything is gonna play out for itself. And for the most part, they starting to get it because I've been with them the last 2 or 3 years and steady harping it and putting it in their head. And some of the older ones get it, but like I said, we haven't been attached to them and around them as much to where they fully grasp it and understand what we're trying to take it.
It's like completely changing somebody to a new world, getting out of the comfort zone to habits.
Yep.
Reggie Jr., I'll tell you this. I do remember he's talking about on the field in the classroom. I remember this at least 2 or 3 times. Somebody always said that what you see Friday nights is what your dad was like with teachers in classroom and with the schoolwork. And I don't know why I remember that. I just remember it wasn't a teacher that didn't like him. Let's say that. He was a good kid. He was a good student. You bring it up, college recruiting. I know it's way too early, but really, this modern day, it's not.
It's not.
It blows my mind. What's the difference that you see that you two have talked about, the difference between recruiting in 01 and now?
Man, if I could get him to be a TikTok star, he'll probably been had 20, 30 offers. And I ain't even kidding. Just how he looked. He got the Patrick Mahomes look.
Right.
If we made, because everything is social media now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's when we was coming out, coaches come to see you. They had to come put eyes on you. They wanted you to come to camps. They wanted to see you play live. And social media, we didn't have social media. And so nowadays, social media can blow you up.
Yeah. Overnight.
Yeah, overnight it can blow you up. And you might be mediocre on the field, but you a stud on TikTok, and it made you a stud on the field. Because I mean, it's totally different because of the social media world. But I mean, you still got to play though. You still got to make plays. You still have to do all the little things. But it's a totally different world.
And so on these visits, I mean, you're performing under some pressure. Levy at OU.
Yes, sir.
Mississippi State. I mean, it's SEC, and our mutual friend there now at Mississippi State, who's on the coaching staff. Junior, do you feel any pressure? I mean, is pressure what you look forward to? Do you perform better? Because I know there's no pads on, but it's constant. It's got to be exhausting up here, performing like that through a what would we call it? Like a combine drill.
Yeah,
I like pressure more than no pressure. Pressure gets me through it for sure.
And that's life, really, right?
Right. Yeah, but
when's the last time you knew somebody that stayed in the comfort zone and achieved a lot?
Shit, I mean, not in the comfort zone. You better get that. Look, I tell them all the time, you better just get comfortable being uncomfortable. Once you get comfortable being uncomfortable, man, yeah, you'll be okay. I mean, because a lot of situations you're gonna have, especially trying to play quarterback, you're gonna have to do things you don't want to do. There's a lot of it. You're gonna have to go do and sit in front of people that you don't want to. But guess what? It's gonna be uncomfortable talking to. But guess what? It's part of it.
Yeah.
And so if you get used to that, you're playing in front of 50, 60, 70, 80,000 won't bother you. Because you've been comfortable being uncomfortable this whole situation. So it is what it is.
Well, Junior, you tell me or Fred. I got to get Freddie. I gotta.
Look, as you call him Junior, though, people call him Junior too. So
okay.
So listen, Freddie came about. So I'm gonna give you the Freddie count, good rundown. One of my counts that I hold, we are doing some stuff in, I want to say Corpus, and we got a bunch of kids out. So my business partner, he was like, "Man, we're gonna start calling Reg Freddie just so people don't think we showing favoritism because it's your son." I was like, "Oh yeah." And so the whole time we're like, "Freddie, hey Freddie, young Freddie," and it stuck since. So yeah,
I love it, man. The story behind the names. So Freddie, you we're gonna keep it going. This is only the beginning. I mean, and I know you got to look past the exhaustion of travel because you really don't have a day off. I mean, when you're talking about, especially the summer. Okay, so I told your dad there are no days off in the summer anymore. Really, 7-on-7. You're going on unofficials. You're going through those passing camps. One of these days, you'll probably be at the Manning passing camp. How do you what? I mean, I know you're young, you're going through it, but for anyone watching this who maybe has some kids in junior high or maybe a freshman, what have you learned from this first go-round of these series of camps and meeting these coaches and performing like that?
There's going to be a lot of bumps on the road. Like, not everything's going to be perfect. You might not throw every good ball. You might, there's going to be certain things, but you can't quit. You got to keep on just pushing through it. You can't. Just don't let things push you down.
You kind of brought up something that was a smooth transition. That's kind of the part of your business on the side, and you invest in these kids, including your son, series legend, QB impact. I follow from afar.
Yes, sir.
What's different about these that you're trying to establish with your business partners, and even Junior? You can talk about what your dad and with series legend and QB impact. How it's different and how people who may be watching this want to get involved with their kids to enroll in your camps.
Most camps like that, they look for money grab, and then they don't they gonna get money, of course, but they don't do it for it. They do it to get other kids better and get kids in a better place than just doing it for money.
Right. That's wow.
Man, we talk and deal with enough coaches on the daily, and I mean we from any school you can think of, man. I talk to them, I text them, I email them, I ask them questions, what they need, what they looking for, and that's the thing about with their group, and they starting to get it that high. I mean, sure, this is. We go to camps and I'm the only daddy that's walking around on the field like I'm a coach. And it is all because I know anybody and everybody where we're going. So, and that's why I tell them though, Sean, man, y'all just perform. What we do, gonna make sure we put y'all in position. That's our job, to put you in a position to be successful. Not just for y'all, it's up to y'all to perform. This is all the kids that we work with. We send them. We understand what level they want to play at, what type of schooling they want, what degree they want to go in, and we find it and go and put them in a position that if the coaches want to see them, we put our word in for them, and you got to perform. If you don't perform, it's nothing. Whether it's 11 or 11 or the camp, you have to perform, and y'all do that. That's why I tell them everything else to play out.
So it's kind of what I'm hearing is this helped me out because this is a unique situation. You're taking individuals, obviously helping develop them, but you're placing them in key camps.
Yes, sir.
Let's say you're speaking to moms and dads right now. How do they get in touch with you? And do they have to be in the Houston area?
No, not at all. Man, I got one of my favorite kids, a kid named Nigel Smith. I usually don't name drop. But a kid named Nigel Smith out in Melissa, Texas. His situation is way different than anybody else. He's gonna be he is I want to say one of the top D linemen in the country. So like I say, that's a little easier. But man, we've had kids that didn't have any offers going into their last year, didn't have much tape, and we gave them a guideline to go by because we talk to these coaches, we understand what they want to see, and we take what they give us and we put it into workouts. Whether it's if you're in Dallas, we'll put you with one of our guys in Dallas that we work with. He'll get you in the workout. We film it, send it on, and we work and we try and now we got some other stuff brewing to where trying to get the kids with NIL deals now. And so as far as we'll have certain kids in college, certain areas of the country where about 10 of them, and they go talk to the high school kids. And same thing we doing right here. They go talk to high school kids, and whichever y'all get a group of kids to come sign up for us, y'all get 200 a kid, and that's y'all NIL, and y'all help us, we help y'all. And this is all the type of stuff that we do with them from. We got some stuff that's really coming into the making.
I like that, and I like it because it's progressive.
Yes, sir.
It's not a money grab like Reggie Jr. was talking about. So if you're watching this or listening on the audio platform, visit Reggie McNeal on his Twitter site. He has those links for these operations that we were talking about. The series legend
website will be coming up real soon.
Okay. So it's easily accessible. Just go check out his Twitter handle. I promise you, it'll be well worth it because if you want a leg up, you talk about work ethic and connected with people, the right people, and hey, you're listening to me. I'm endorsing the guy. I don't associate with people who aren't just real people.
People, man.
So. We got to go back to, what was it, 01. Dave Campbell's Texas football is a big deal. Still is.
I've been looking for this year's magazine to see if they said anything about Reg in it.
Oh, yeah. Like players to watch.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the magazine yet.
Me either. I have not. I haven't. I've been looking for it. Every time I go, so I look for it. I have not been able to find it.
Junior, have you seen this? Have you seen that cover?
Seen it. Yep.
How many copies do you think combined in all the McNeal household?
Mama alone probably got about 8 of them.
So tell the story here. I'll set it up. 05, Reggie, Dennis Francione was the head coach at A&M.
Yeah.
I love Coach Fran, but the offense didn't suit you
At all.
But since high school, these two were on course to play each other in the state championship, except Westlake got Madison.
Yep.
But it was a rivalry built by everybody on the outside. And this was the year they thought maybe A&M could make a run in the Big 12.
Yep.
What else am I leaving out here? Because you guys always kept in touch. You and Vince Young.
I still talk to him to today. I was really trying. We was just talking about trying to do some QB show camp out here before school started. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Both of you are very different, but very similar.
Right.
Good people. This right here, how long did that take to get that perfect pose?
Oh, we took quite a few. We did. I mean, but we were closer than people thought. So we was in there clowning around and stuff. So it took a little longer than expected. But nah, we had a very good time. So yeah, we did a photo shoot together coming out of high school.
I do remember that
on the railroad track, like in Cleveland. I want to say maybe in Cleveland somewhere.
Met in the middle.
Yeah. So we met right in the middle, and we did a little photo shoot together. Then when we were first going, when he said he was going to Texas, I'm going to A&M. So that's what I mean. It was we always fun, had fun with each other. And shit, it was what it is. we know what it is on game day, but shit, shit. Anytime we always had a good time. And you got to remember too, sure, his high school running back was my running back. Courtney Lewis.
Oh yeah, Courtney. Yeah, at A&M.
We always stayed connected.
Oh, you were. Yeah. Where's Courtney? Where's Courtney now?
Man, he in Houston. But last time I talked to Courtney probably about 2 years ago. So his son and Reg actually went to school, elementary school together. So they went to school together to about the 5th, 6th grade.
Yeah.
And me and Steve running to each other's school. Like, wait a minute. Man, my son here. Well, and so we hooked back up then, and I want to say that was like fifth grade. And so I got this number, but I don't talk to C as much as I used to.
Right. That's those lifelong connections. I'll be honest with you, both of you and Vince have the same personality.
Yeah.
Always laughing, goofy. I mean, I'm the same way.
Always.
No doubt.
Why not? Love life, man. Shit, you only get one of them.
Junior, what do you see? I mean, do you see yourself a little bit when you see your young version of your dad right there on the right?
Yeah, for sure. And I act exactly like him too. So
you've got that level of goofiness.
Yeah,
I love it. Embrace it. Be you. Hey, it took me a while in life to learn it. It's okay to be me. Be you.
And that's the thing. He do stuff that I wouldn't. When I was his age, I wasn't like that at his age. But I get it. But we come up a little different. But shit, yeah, he do stuff that I wouldn't even thought about doing at his age. I wasn't talking. Like I said, I wasn't the one that wanted to be in conversations and having to talk with him. He don't mind it. But I have been brewing him for it.
Right.
I say you probably be in a situation that a lot of kids won't get the chance to be in. So be ready for it.
No, I love it. And the thing that I learned that took me a while is we're always growing.
Right.
Always. It never stops.
So we go to Mississippi State. Right. We always get to it because we take it's like 4 kids, right? I take them to Reg and a safety and then a corner. And they always want a receiver and a corner. They want to get their own room. Fine. All right. I get it. Y'all don't want to stay with me. Fine. So I leave the next morning. I leave the night before. Don't get me wrong. The night before, we're in Mississippi, Starksville. First time in Starksville. Man, we go. The lady the night before is absolutely, she's awesome. She's cool, great, all of them. But we get in late. So the next morning, I leave. They go, Reg and the boy there, I think they something. So one of the kids got a hearing aid. He cuts it off when he sleep. So these two of the other, they go to the front and try to get a key. And man, this lady get the screaming talking about they dad that left them. They too young to be here by themselves. We like, Dad, what you talking about? And so I come in, and she looking at me, and we get to talking and stuff. And man, this lady called the laws on us. Called the laws on us. And so they all laugh. The boys laugh. We sitting in the front. And we still like, I guess. I mean, because I didn't, but what's crazy though, I tell them before we even get there, like, man, the hotel we stayed at, I'm a hotel snob, I am. And the hotel we stayed at, I don't want to be here, but I don't really know where tonight. So tomorrow we're going to go somewhere else. Trust me. We leaving from here. And we go somewhere else. And man, look, Starksville, Mississippi. Have you ever been?
No, but I think it's a step below College Station.
Oh, man, it is different. It's different. But man, say that to say we ended up having a good time out there. He had a great camp. I mean, we listen and like stories like that. We have fun, like little funny stuff that happens. Oh, like we're looking at you. What just happened, bro? What? All right, whatever. Keep on moving. Man, that's why it's hard to just pinpoint something that sheesh. And like when we get off this call, I'll probably text you like, "Oh, I got one for you." Oh, I got a story for you.
Reggie's gonna be right here at the phone. Here, cut that one out. Use this one.
Yeah, you go. Put my voice over on this one, man.
Put a still photo of you right here.
Yeah.
Voice, and then Junior pops up.
There you go.
Oh my God, that's so. You know what? That's a good story though, because that's in the middle of the South. In the middle of the South. But here's what I like about that.
Wait, Sean. And then to go a step further, when the cops get there, every last one of them black.
Wow.
Every cop that come in, and they cool as hell. And the lady in the front, the lady and the guy, they like older white lady, older white lady, older white dude. And the cops get there, they number black dude, black lady. And they were like, man, they want y'all off the premises. We like, we leave it anyway. We saw this coming, Jay. We saw this. So yeah, we
want to trespass you.
Yeah, we want to be rolling right by y'all anyway.
We didn't ask for this hot tub in the room.
Real.
It's got oils in it. It's not supposed to have.
Yeah.
These towels are from 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And just remember, boys, this is the beginning. You guys are going to experience some good trips.
Yeah.
It's only the beginning.
That's
what's special. That's one of the reasons why I couldn't wait to have this episode with you guys. Father, son, and hear Reggie's stories, and then hear Junior talk about it. Because I think next time, if we do this again in 2 years, I think Junior's going to have all the one with the stories.
Oh, well, yeah, you will. Yeah, quite a few right there.
Oh, my God. Hey, we're going to take a quick break for a quick second segment. And on the other side, man, Jerry Jones, he has a mic. And when he usually says things, it's all about him. It's usually about Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Hey, that's on the other side of this break.
Yes, sir.
For all of your insurance needs, look no further than our primary sponsor, Jim Saxton State Farm Insurance Agency. The ATX OG has been insuring Austin for over 3 decades. And get this, Jim Saxton is a Longhorn legacy. He is the son of the late, great James Saxton, who was a Heisman finalist. Be sure to give him a call, or better yet, visit his website, saxtoninsurance.com, and tell him that the stories inside the Man Cave Boys recommended you.
This is JJ Gotch, CEO of the Austin Gamblers. And segment 2 of Stories Inside the Man Cave is next.
furious comeback against Austin Westland to win the 2001 5A Division II state championship. The title was the first for the illustrious Panthers program, and Reggie McNeal will forever enjoy legend status in Lufkin.
Man, Hall of Fame. This Reggie McNeal is a Texas Sports Hall of Famer. That was just from used to be Fox Southwest, but it's now Bally Sports. When you think about Hall of Fame, now Reggie is funny. He's all about what he's achieved, but he's humble about it. How about this role as a Hall of Fame dad? You ever thought about that? You're always there. I mean, I know no one's giving trophies for that, but shouldn't there be?
You talking to me or him?
Yeah, you, both of you. Yeah,
man. I mean, if I show him the rings, he got access to the rings, and I mean, Dad did what he did, but now, and my career ain't go as I feel like it should have, but it was like that for a reason, and reason being because he needed me in his life, and if I was still playing at that high level, I was gonna miss a lot with him, and so that's how I explained. Look, if I'm here for you for a reason, dog. So everything that my old man couldn't teach me that I had to learn with this game, you got it firsthand. And you just take that and run with it. And so, I mean, yeah, Pop's Hall of Fame, but you see that and you try to match it, and you try to reach that level and try to surpass me.
Junior, what do you say when what he just? I mean, that's one of the most powerful things I've ever heard from a father. You know, I think you'll learn it too as you get older, and maybe you know it now. It took a while for myself to play off of what Reggie said. You realize everything happens to us for a reason. When you hear him say that and what could have happened, what's your response as a young son that when you think about everything that he did accomplish, but what he's done for you as a dad too?
Well, it's obvious that let alone what he's done, he wants me to be better than what he has done. He wants me to do everything that he did, but at a higher level and just better. He just wants me to do better overall than him and make it farther.
Hey, I think the dog, the king in the background, he agrees with you.
He done forced me to play. He done forced my hand to come play with it.
Said, man, it's happening whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
I want to get both of you guys your take on Mike McCarthy and the situation in Dallas. I mean, they did well last year.
Yeah.
But a lot of people were calling for his head because of how that playoff game ended where they were not prepared on that play.
Yes.
What you got to see there?
I'm not a Cowboy fan at all. Not at all.
He's in the minority.
Absolutely at all. Now, what I was a Dez Bryant fan, and I am a CD Lamb fan.
Yeah.
And CD might be my cousin somewhere along the lines because
is that right?
Yeah, because my family is kin with the Lambs, and every time I say that to one of my family members, that's the first thing they say, man, you know, he might be kin to us.
Is that through your mom's side of the family?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
Sir. And I mean, but I've been knowing CD shit. Reds know CD. We've been knowing him since his 19th grade year. Been worked with him, trained him, and all of it. So love it. But do I like the Cowboys? No. Do I wish if they lose every game, would I be upset? No. CD go for 100, 200 yards a game, amazing. but they lose, okay. Yeah. And so, but look, Sean, I have not been paying any attention to Dallas Cowboy football.
I got to play this for you guys. This is Jerry Jones in his truest form. You tell me if he sounds a little defensive right here. He was asked about why did you bring back Mike McCarthy for a third season?
I want to be real clear. He wouldn't be sitting here today if I didn't think he was the man to lead this team to a Super Bowl. He would not be, and I have choices.
I have choices. Was that a man that was trying to maintain his composure, or do you think he really feels that way?
Sound like he was trying to keep his composure. So something rubbed him the wrong way. It sounded like he was just trying to keep his composure in that situation. And I don't, like I said, I don't really know what's going on over there, but gee, Jerry Jones not the one to play with, boy. Yeah.
That's the Godfather right there.
Yeah, he ain't the one to play with. You make him upset. There's gonna be some upset people in the world.
Woo, Lord, you missed it by 20 years. And I'm just going to give you guys.
Man.
So I want to give an old guy's opinion on it. And then I want Reggie to talk about, man, I know what he's going to say. But I'm just going to say to you, Reggie Jr., man, you are welcome. You are going to college athletics in 3 years at the right time. But I'll say this, I'm all for it.
Yes.
It's long overdue. The NCAA, you hear that sound? That's rocks crumbling. The NCAA is falling apart. They have no idea how to manage this. They have no idea how to manage college athletics in this modern era. And they didn't know how to manage it in 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5.
At all.
All right. This is the most interpreted thing. There are some really misguided opinions on it. All it is, if I have this Yeti right here and I want my name, brand, I want to make money off that. If I want to market Yeti.
Yep.
All right. I should be allowed to do that. But the NCAA said for so long. All right. So now you can. Now, Reggie, then we'll go to Junior. I just want to hear the hurt feelings of, man, it should have been there.
What? Oh, man. Listen, when it happened, I said, praise the Lord, the kids deserve to get back. They, as much money as they bring in them colleges,
100%.
They deserve some of it. Is it like the Wild Wild West right now? Yes, it is. And and I mean, and my thing is that, like, you got some of these coaches. I mean, I coached being one that was trying to say that they wasn't paying the kids. Yeah, maybe y'all wasn't, but somebody in that situation is. And if you got the means to do it, it's legal now. So be it.
Yeah.
All the under table stuff that was happening, and now it's legal. So what? Now you mad because your school don't have the resources that we do? That's not our problem.
Right.
That is not our fault. So you better, like Saban did. Like, yeah, he was talking to the boosters about that talk from me when Saban said that about Jimbo and A&M. That to me was a cry for help, telling them y'all need to start giving us more money for these kids. He wasn't throwing Jimbo them over, he wasn't throwing A&M under the bus. It's just the reality of it.
It is.
We bought a class. It still got to perform.
Still have to develop.
You still got to do all that stuff on the field, and you still got to keep them together, and you still got to keep them locked in. So how do you keep 18, 19-year-olds that's making 100, 200,000 a year locked in week in and week out in college, though? That's going to be a problem. That's going to be the situation.
And balance that social media time and appearances.
Yes.
I think a unique perspective would come from, I know you're only a sophomore, but you're receiving an education on it as we speak. What is it that you know about it now? Because it happened abruptly.
Well, I think before you started getting paid, it was more of a team sport. Yeah. And now when people are getting paid, college football isn't like a team no more. It's just like, I'm playing for myself. I'm getting paid. I'm going to go out and do what I need to do. I'm the one getting paid, so it don't really matter. I think it's also messing up transfer portal, people leaving all the time to get more money. But I think it's great to be getting paid, but they should probably be managing it different to like play a certain amount of games or put up a certain amount of numbers to be able to get paid.
That's good parenting. You raised a smart kid, very smart guy that picks up on things. He makes a good point. Whatever's left of whoever's going to govern collegiate athletics, I do. You mentioned it, Wild Wild West. I think it's going to be more narrow field, a gray area at some point. There has to be.
Has to be.
But you got to have it. You have to have this in place. You have to. But Junior brought up a really good point. We're going to see. It's going to be fun to see how those classes, how many stick together. Texas, A&M, places like that. It's unreal.
Yeah. You think you sitting there, one of these kids getting paid, and he not playing, or he ain't. So now what? Now he gonna get mad when the transfer. So now what? You still got to pay him when he leave, or what? Is yeah?
That's wild. I think we got a renaissance of college athletics right now. Change some of it for the much better opportunities. Before we close it out, I want to pull up this I want to call it the McNeal collage.
Let's go.
We're going to do quick draw questions. We'll go left to right. How about that? We talked about CeeDee Lamb.
Yes, sir.
They call that the Palace on the Prairie in Norman, Oklahoma. And you got to pose with the guy, the current number 88 for the Dallas Cowboys. Junior, tell me what's going on in that moment right there.
It was cool. He showed me a bunch of love. He waved off people. He was like, "Yeah, let me get a picture with my own real quick. Let me just get a quick picture real quick." He was real cool about it. He was a cool dude to talk to.
Reggie Sr. I've never said that before in my life. The next picture in the middle, that's right after you were drafted. I think that was your rookie season with the Bengals. What was your mindset right there at that moment of your life?
Going in, having to trying to adjust to this NFL life. try to adjust to this job now. It's a business.
Yeah.
It's the fun of it. I mean, you still gotta have fun, but now it's more of a business. It's business oriented in it, and you got to show up to work every day.
We'll stick with Dad below. That's obviously a younger Junior.
Yes, sir.
The bucket hat and all. I got a feeling that was a camp.
Yep.
What was going on that day when that picture was taken?
I want to say that was an A&M camp. Yeah, that was at A&M camp. That was one of our first camps we went to. I think it was 7th grade going to 8th grade, or 8th grade going to 9th.
Or 7th grade.
7th going in 8th grade, yes, sir. And that was one of our first camp we went to. Went down to A&M, and shit, same thing. They showed them a lot of love.
Yeah, they stopped me walking in. I was walking into the facility, and they stopped me. They was like, because they see me walking with him, and they was like, "What's your name?" I was like, "Reggie Jr." And they was like, "Oh, let me get a picture for you for 20."
Hey, did your dad take you to eat at Kane Hall by any chance?
You know they shut Kane Hall down.
No, they really?
Yeah, man. We can't even go. Yeah, no more. No,
oh my God.
It's a hotel over there now. That's where the team stay now.
Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. I had no idea. Junior, we'll stick with you. Right above that, I know that day every December I have flashbacks of it. What do you know about that? What was going on in that picture right there?
A state game.
Yeah, game. Oh, he told me all about this game. About how he got hurt at like halftime or something. Came back and won it.
Shit, I still got to show it to him. We my mom and them got the video of it, and so we gonna watch it before his season start.
That was a 01 season was special.
Yeah, but
wow, it was that day in the Astrodome. There were about 40,000 people in there.
See, all Lufkin was there for sure. All Lufkin was there.
That day, you guys beat Westlake, a good Westlake team. They're just a good team. And one of them, the quarterback was your future teammate.
And the tight end.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Joey Thomas ended up being my tight end too.
That was a good tight end. Talented. Yeah. Bottom right, Reg, Senior.
Yes, sir.
I almost forgot about that.
Look, I got a bunch of clients that don't let me forget it. They'll throw that up any given moment, man.
Reggie, the cover boy on Dave Campbell's Texas Football and Sports Illustrated, the fitness special.
Yes, sir.
What year was that? I forget.
Oh, that was 2005, going into my senior year.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
the most ripped QB in America?
Yeah. I had homeboys all over the country calling me, telling me how their girlfriends and homegirls had that book on their counter.
It was blown up on the walls, framed on the ceiling.
She got your book on the coffee table.
Junior, is that embarrassing for you? That
really, nobody really see it because I don't hear nobody talk about it no more. Unless somebody looks up my dad or something.
That's hilarious. Hey, the last but definitely not least, I would have put one of your parents. I just didn't have one, or enough. I would have made room. But top right, man, what did that is the I'll let you explain it. A guy.
Man, I'll probably change my life, man. I was kind of getting in some trouble when I was younger, 7th, 8th grade in junior high. Outlaw came home. He had a long talk with me and had me write. I want to say I can't remember exactly. Had me write a paper though, and I hated writing. Had me write a paper of basically the decisions I was making, the decisions that I needed to make as far as what I wanted to do with football or sports, and made me give it to him before he even gave me a shot to play.
Man,
and he man, and I ain't gonna even lie to you. And that was before, before I was even on campus at high school. You know, ninth grade year, the first year that they had freshmen in at the high school. And before I left junior, he had me write a paper. I'm talking about describing everything, why I should be there, why he should let me back in, why he should let me play, and it probably changed everything about how things played out with me. And man, I love him to this day, miss him. And I mean, he was always a genuine, down-to-earth dude. I mean, he gonna talk that shit. He gonna let you know. He gonna let you know what it is. But at the end of the day, if he's not, you know he don't love you. And shit, he only doing it because he cared. And shit, he put me on the route to success. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That was a tough, genuine love, though.
Yeah, for sure.
That really was. Junior, what do you know about the late great John Outlaw? Have you heard stories?
You know, Wayne never just sat and talked about Coach Law. Never had. Like he heard me everybody like doing some speeches or something, but we've never just sat and just chopped it up about Coach Outlaw and how you had. I mean, he know how he understand how he had coaches in his life that he really grasp onto and they really bring him along. But yeah, we haven't had that combo, but man, he played a huge part in my life.
Tell you what, all coaches to me are special, but there's very few like that, man.
Right, yes, sir.
I'll say this: I lost my dad at a very young age, 12. If I would not have had coaches who, I don't know, they didn't have to step up. They punished me, disciplined me, loved on me, whatnot. If it weren't for that, for those 8th through 12th grade, we wouldn't be having this. I don't know what direction. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now.
Right, no doubt.
Hey, man, tell me something good.
Hey, tell me something good. This is how we end every episode, sponsored by our guy Hutch of Realty Austin. When we started this podcast, it was all audio. It was when the lockdown started and nothing but negativity. But we reversed that, man. There's too many good things going on in this world, too many good people, whatnot. To both Reggie McNeal Sr. and Reggie McNeal Jr., man, tell me something good going on in your worlds and that everyone needs to know about, or maybe words of advice to people who thrive on the negativity around us in our world.
Man, for me, negativity, all that's going to do is drag you down anyway. So live every day like it's your last. Yeah, man, just grind. It don't make no sense to not go hard on whatever you do. I mean, just if you going to take the time to go do something, you're going to take the time to get up and go grind. it don't make no sense not to give it all you got. And you might fail, you might get knocked down, but the thing about it, are you gonna stay there? And I know the game that we play, you can't stay down. So shit, we gonna bounce up and get up every time we roll. And shit, I suggest everybody do the same. I mean, everything won't go your way, and don't expect for it to. You can't make people react how you want them to react. You can't expect for them to, but you can hold yourself to a certain level and just continue to do the right thing by anybody around you.
Junior, I think your perspective so far has been very impressive to me, how you grasp the world. And I know where that comes from, but a lot of it's you. But for those, tell me something good that you want to, if you could influence people and instill some positivity, what would you tell them?
All the time, people hate on me, talking about, oh, you're only good because of your dad. You're not even that good. You only get recognition because of your dad, stuff like that. And you have to think, you have to be good for people to talk bad about you, because they have to get something to talk bad about you. So they have to think about you. They have to watch you. They have to do all the different type of stuff to tell me, bring up things that I guarantee you 90% of the people that say that have looked him up, have looked me up. I guarantee it. They just don't listen to what anybody really say.
Man, you're wise beyond your years. I'm gonna say it.
We gonna have some gear coming out too, man, real soon. Don't be Free Freddy shirts, man. hey, you remember the Let Him Play shirts?
Yes.
So that's what we try.
Free Freddy.
Yeah, so we go put Free Freddy and then Let Him Play, but it's no on the back.
Hey, when soon as you guys make it, send that photo to me, and I will. We will blast it on my personal.
We'll see your shirt. We in the
I will wear it.
I already know we got some bags, like some little tote bags. We got a couple of those already made. So yeah, we in the makes of it.
Reggie Jr., I can't wait to meet you in person. Reggie, you know I'm always proud of you, man, and it's we need to do this in person more often. Keep in touch.
Yes, sir.
You tell your family hello, and you guys are now both inducted as VIP alumni of Stories Inside the Man Cave podcast.
Right.
I appreciate you both. I want to come watch you play sometime, Junior.
And see, I wasn't expecting that. Next time we're gonna do this again. I'm gonna give you a better man cave story, man. You put me on the spot. I wasn't expecting. I was locked in on other stuff. I wasn't.
You didn't include that in the email.
Yeah, man. So I went too quick on my toes on that one, man. Shit,
hey, I don't throw anybody off. You got a man cave story.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you back on that one.
Oh my God! So for Reggie and Reggie Jr., Mayde Creek High School, watch them, follow them on Twitter, give Reggie Sr. a follow, and really for you guys looking for kids to be developed into next level of college recruitable football talents, go to his Twitter page, follow those links, and you won't be disappointed.
Shoot me a DM, and we'll get anything trying to get rolling. We'll get it going.
100%.
That's
for
right.
Reggie and Reggie Jr. and the OG Man Cave boys, that being Hardball Hards, Big Mike, and Coach Mo, we out.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up.